his level of self-awareness and sacrifice to me puts him above Rayleigh. That's all I'm trying to say.
You can't say that.
I can't say that.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I can.
You can't.
Ray Lee's all about bitches, and I love it. Listen, be about the bitches and all that type of shit. But Gabon has a family, and
That's
I know what you about to
fine, but
say. I know what you about to say
Rayleigh,
because Rayleigh got Rayleigh's son is Mihawk,
no, I
but
wasn't
it's
about to say
still
that.
okay.
I was about to say that. What you're saying for Scott Gabon, Rayleigh did that for the Straw Hats when they were at their lowest. You
Yeah,
see?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
And
agree
then
what you're trying to say.
Scopper handled Summers, but I don't got Summers over Barcelino at all. So I gotta get, like I said, he outdid him. Cool.
Okay.
For what Rayleigh did with Kizaru, to me that I get they're evened out feats because he took on Gunko and Summers, and
Summers.
then Gunko
You
outdid
know
him.
why
He
I'll
just
say
this guy just took on Rayleigh just took on Kizaru, and it was a fair bout.
you
So
know
they
why I'll
even
say
to me. They
you
even
know
out.
why I'll say I'll give it to Gabon over Rayleigh. It wasn't based off the Straw Hats. It was based off of someone that we didn't know. He literally gave up for someone a non Straw Hat. I gotta give him
That's
credit
fine.
for
That's
that.
his son. That's his son. I haven't felt that.
I wouldn't have done that shit. That nigga could have died in front of me. But like, I'm not saying nothing. I'm
Oh,
trying to be nice and I'm trying to
Zod,
change the
you're not a
belief.
parent.
And
Yeah,
I
yeah, you're
wouldn't
not.
want to be that shit, bro. Like, listen, I met my niece this week, and I'd be like, yo, you listen, you fall off a cliff, you on your own. But anyway,
Do you
I'm
care
just
about
trying
your
to
clan?
Terrible
say
person.
Do you care about your clan, your lineage factor?
my
Do you?
clan will survive if I
Obviously, you
don't
don't.
take care of them.
I don't know.
My clan does not need pampering. They need to survive in the struggle. The struggle makes them better. All right, like this is what I'm about. I'm a Saiyan. Like I treat them as a Saiyan. You get better through the struggle. But
wow. This is crazy, but
But
okay.
you don't care about your bloodline, obviously.
I just said they get better through the struggle. I'm gonna be like,
Where are
hey,
your
yo,
kids, Zah?
here's
Where's
some
your kids?
food.
I'm talking
Here's some
about your
food.
bloodline.
Anyway, like I'm trying to say, um, I
Oh, what
Dev
love
G on Instagram said you might be Dofi. You
but
might just be,
anyway,
bro.
I love what they did. I think Gunko is the daughter of
Okay.
Brooks Captain. I think that's what I'm calling that right now because I don't think Brooks is her father because it doesn't tie up, but I can see Brooks Captain being her father. That's why she gravitated him towards well. And I love the fact that Emu took her over because Emu was like, nah, 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 nah. You're around him too much. Cut that shit out. Let's get the fuck out of here. Wrap the kids up. We out.
Hmm.
But I call
Hmm.
that shit. I call that shit. So I give this chapter a 10 out of 10. What?
I
Fuck
had a
them
question
kids.
about that point you made, but I'm gonna
What's
ask
up?
another
Well,
one.
no, no. What's up? Ask it. Ask.
Well, no, it's like kind of like a conversation, not like a direct question to you. It's just a
Okay.
conversation. No,
Cool.
I'll ask it when we're all done with everything.
Go ahead, nigga.
All right, what
I
you
know
got,
you.
Nico?
I know. Nigga wants to say something.
9 out of 10. Almost a 10. 9 out of 10
9 out of
for me.
10.
Yeah, 9 out
Wow,
of 10. Almost 10.
man. Okay.
I would say I like this chapter a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you. Listen. So I like where your head's at, Za, for the theory with Yorkie and whatnot. That could be true too. So I got no pushback for that. I would say that whatever it is, I promise you, I'm not even gonna promise you, but I strongly believe now that Gunko is Musako or Musenko, whatever her name is. The same vibe, same vibe. Because the term shaggy, that's called when they used it when what's it called? Loki called her shaggy on the Den Den Mushi. It's only like that in English translation. Every other translation, it's Musenko, 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 and that term is used when basically describing an afro. Like if you describe the afro, that's the term you would use. You get what I'm saying? So it makes sense that Brooke is being involved in all this. I would say now the intricate part, the part that's like really fucking with my head, kind of for real, is it was the time gap, the age, and everything. But I personally think Brooke. I don't think that. Okay, I take it back. I don't think Brooke. I don't think that girl is Yorkie's daughter. If it is, cool. I don't think that though. I think that girl is probably royalty from Brooke's original kingdom. That's what I think. And Brooke was known as he was actually a royal escort. Like that's literally what he was. He was the escort. He was the lead. He was the head nobleman for the escort shit in that kingdom. What's up, Fully? What you about to say?
I was saying he was actually the lead. He was the leader of the battle convoy.
Yeah, but convoys do escorts. That's legit the same shit. They do escorts. So he's literally all the time. Like I think he was taking whoever to the reverie back then when it was happening. I definitely think so. That girl was a princess, probably. That nation probably destroyed. We don't know what happened to it. I don't know. But I will say, like, for what she was saying, how she was talking to Loki. How she was talking to Loki on the Den Den Mushi, Loki was being too loud. Loki was like, yo, you got mad free time, kind of just like me, which strikes me as this person might be a prisoner. On top of that, like I said, she was telling Loki that you need to keep it down. You're being too loud. Which strikes me, like you would, if you're in a prison, you're locked up, you would tell the person you're talking to, communicating that you're not supposed to be communicating with, keep it down. I personally think this girl is like, this is an emu captive, and when it's time to go on missions, gunko. But the moment she start tapping into the other side of her, put that bitch in cage. Facts. We not doing that. Now Oda has been referencing this. It's called Anapana Man, some shit like that. There's some Japanese old comic, whatever. And Oda's been referencing it because there's a girl who has bandages wrapped all around her, and she has a cape and all that, dressed just like Gunko. And she has two hearts. She has a red heart and a blue heart. Blue heart, evil. Red heart, good. When she's in red heart mode, she acts completely different than blue heart mode. You get me? I think Oda's doing that same thing, but instead of with the heart, he's translating it through the eyes. And you can see that through Gunko's eyes. You get what I'm saying? So I'm going to send you the video read, the Japanese translator, Dawn and Dusk. It's very good lore in that shit. But that's all I'll say for now. I don't really got too much. Oh, and W Chopper, I do think this is not just Conqueror's coding. I think it's something else involved, because why would Chopper go to the links to find it out if everyone can't fucking utilize it? Or if there isn't potential for everyone to utilize this, unless Oda's just going to give everybody Conqueror's Haki. But I think it might be, I'm still on this Power of Love train. If it's not Power of Love, cool. If it's solely just Conqueror's Haki, then I'd say Sanji might get an awakening in this arc. Or we might learn that Ifrit is something to do with Conquerors. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no reason why we have Conquerors being the main source. We see it with Scopper Gaban, but then you have the Monster Trio sitting out the battle.
Yeah.
So I'll say that. W Chopper.
Would you? Oh, you said 9 out of 10. That's right.
And I'll go 9.5, but I'm not going 10 yet. It lacked that full on 10 out of 10 energy.
Me and you are 10 out of 10 right now. Like Nika, he needs to see something else. You know what he needs to see? He needs to see Dragon face West before he'll ever give us.
Oh yeah, one more thing. Ree, I like where your head's at with the Blackbeard thing, because it really could be Blackbeard that pulled up and maybe did something. But I think Blackbeard, if he does something, he's going to do something in the light to help the Celestial Dragons. But he could also start something, pin it on the Revs, and then act like he's swooping in, saving the day when he's on that bullshit. Now, what I will say is, I think this is a revolutionary move. Who else is going to burn down the Holy Land, or who's going to attack the Holy Land openly? So I do think this is a dragon move. If it's Sabo doing it, I'm cool with that too, because it's under siege with flames, and Dragon has been putting out all the groundwork to actually strong arm the Celestial Dragons in Marijois. So it could be that. That could be that. But now I'm done.
Valid.
Oh, okay.
Well,
all
right, Fully.
Get your dragon partner.
God. What you got, Fully?
I'm not even gonna lie, this chapter kind of hits a 9 for me overall. I enjoyed it and everything like that.
Okay.
The only thing I really have that like is very interesting to me is the whole Chopper running after Gabon, like running after like Gabon and everything like that. I'm like, that's interesting because Chopper, like we finally seen Chopper do something. And I think it's like, hate to say, maybe I'm a little jaded from the week I kind of had, but it's giving. Oh, so are you finna save another old man older? Okay, cool. So Gabon not finna die. All right, bet. All right. Cause like
Yep.
Chopper
Yep.
ran right. So I'm like, oh, yep. Cause Gamon's gonna survive this. Cool. It's all right.
Yep.
Whatever. Rayleigh, him still around. I'm still in the hopes of like, next generation. I
Right.
need to see the old generation kind of like slide back.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying with that one.
That's a
And
good
I'm
point.
like, that's it. Because it's just like, you could definitely take Gabon out. You won't keep Rayleigh around. But, whatever there. And then the other thing is that I find interesting is that, like, with the whole Brooke thing, Brooke knowing about the holy knights and whatnot and everything like that is given, like, going off what Nika said about him being, like, protecting, the princess earlier and whatnot, is given that Brooke might have been a holy knight candidate back in the day. And I know that might be weird and a hot take. I'm not a Brooke.
No,
I
you're
don't
not.
remember.
You're not tripping fully because if you look at Brooks' tendencies, even when he joins up with Luffy, he bows like a knight. Like everything about him is noble as hell. Besides when he farts and acts to see girls' panties. But besides that, everything about him is noble as shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Everyone just like it's just giving that kind of vibe. Like he definitely could have been like a holy knight.
You got it, Fooly.
Yeah.
You got it,
That's the only
Fooly.
thing. As I'm like, it's a solid 9. The thing that what made it 10 is like, I kind of want to see like our captain pull up.
You kind of want to see your kids burn. I know you.
Yeah, you know what I
I
mean?
know. Yeah. He wants to see the kids burn just as much as I do. Like,
Okay,
Fooly,
I'm not gonna lie to you.
heavy.
If the chapter would have ended with Luffy feeling that wave or that pressure of Conqueror's Haki, like Luffy would have been like, yo, like just the Luffy panel just doing this, I'd have been like 10 out of 10. But I need to see the Straw Hats back in this bitch. I ain't gonna like. I need to see the Monster Trio back in this bitch, especially if
Nah,
Conqueror's coding.
Fooly's with me.
got
He wants to see the
Zoro.
kids burn. Fooly's with me. He wants to see the kids burn. I respect it. Fooly. Fooly, me and you here right now, bro. Like I respect it, hey, bro. Like I might become a chef just because you on different time right now, man. I might become a chef
Don't do
just
that.
because you doing some shit that I fuck with heavy. He like fuck them kids. I don't want to see them kids get fried up.
Hey man. Yeah, shout out to Fooly, man.
You gonna hear African Za on his way. African good Za on his way, man. I'm telling you right now.
Wilborn on Instagram. Can you join the live? You can. You need to come over to Twitch.
Nah, we don't
click
want
the
you
link in
over
the bio.
here. You took too
Don't
long.
listen to him. Don't listen to him. Click the link in the bio. Click the link in the bio, and you can come over to Twitch. And there's a link to join the pod on Twitch. Yes, you can jump on the live. Just come over to Twitch. The link is in the bio on Instagram. All right.
We don't want you over here.
Come on over, bro. Come on over. Alex, please take it away, good sir. Just remember you're muted, so you have to unmute. There you
Is
go.
that is that Alex? What's up, Alex?
Big Alex rocks in this bitch.
Yeah. Chapter was great. Better than the Harley chapter by far. Way better than the Gorosei reveal. I don't think that was that great. Definitely, I think the chapter's like a solid 9, maybe even 9.5 for real. Not 10. I didn't see him better, but it's definitely up there. Though. I think it's one of the best chapters we can got since like Wano started for real. Like at least since Yasui died. I'm like, oh man, I'm loving this chapter.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie, Alex giving it a 9.5 is like high praise.
Yeah, 9.5 is high praise. That's why I gave it 9.5 because it's a good chapter. It just missed that. It missed that one element, and I think I really think it was Luffy. Like a panel of Luffy would have been would have bang. Like
Alex
bang,
is
bang.
Oda's biggest critic. So.
And I take it back too because you just triggered a thought I had, Alex. You just triggered a thought I had, Alex. I was about to say. So besides the chapter of the Gorosei pulling up, the Harley chapter, the shit with Shamrock doing the server as,
the Harley chapter.
and I like the Harley chapter a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
no,
This is the third chapter. This is the third chapter on that note for me. So I just wanted to make sure I say that again. Okay.
Again, this chapter way better than the Harley chapter for me. Way better. Not even really comparable. Harley was so mid compared to this. Anyway, I'm sorry, like Harley was like
Harley.
Yeah, the Harley chapter was like a good 8.
See, this is look. Hold on, right? Look, see why I stopped talking. I know he's gonna talk himself into a hole. I get it. You like the chapter more, but then you say things like that. The Harley chapter was not. It was not mid at all, bro. It was a good chapter. If you like this chapter more, completely understandable. But to call that other chapter mid, it shows that you're reaching. For me personally, you're doing too much.
What
Even
chapter are y'all talking about?
He's talking about the chapter with Shamrock using Cerberus on Loki, and then they had the Harley chapter, the first world, second world, and third world shit. The mural. He's saying that's mid compared to this chapter. I don't think so. I think you can say this chapter is better, but I'm not gonna call that other chapter mid. Like this is where you lose.
Crazy, bro.
Yeah, thank you. You was cooking, but then you left the stove on or some shit, bro.
Alex, not his height, bro.
Cheers, bro. Hey, Alex, cheers, bro.
I got you, bro. But I got you. Pinky's out. You know what I mean? I feel it. Plankton type shit.
Tweaking, bro.
Nah.
Per usual.
I'm not with you though on the Gabon shit. Gabon, I like Gabon more than Rayleigh. Always like Gabon more than Rayleigh. This chapter had me looking at Gabon crazy because like Gunko pulls a sword and like points at his throat, and he yells out, "Yo, son, don't worry about it. Just endure for a little bit." And I'm like, "What? You just put a sword to your son's throat and you like just endure for a little bit? That's wild for one." Then she starts poking at his throat, pulling blood. And he like, I'm gonna still run. I can see if I can make it in time. And then he gets like the vision of like, him getting pierced. Like Luffy got the vision of his hands getting cut off in Marineford, and that's when he decides to finally bow out. And I'm like, man, you really did not care about your son, or you was gonna risk this man. Like I just don't get it.
You're tweaking again, but I'm gonna let somebody else tell you.
Did not care about his son. He was real out risking him.
That's crazy. How could you say he didn't care about his son? How could you say he didn't care about his son when he used Future Sight to see his son was gonna die and gave up the attack? Do you realize what you be saying sometimes, guy?
That is a crazy take, bro. I'm not gonna.
Come on, bro. You got it. Come on, do something.
He starts the attack.
Look, you got Strawberry and Reed looking at you like, bro, you serious? Come on, bro. You doing too much. Thank you, bro.
If someone's putting a sword to your son's throat or a knife to your son's throat, it's really a sword though. The way Gunko did it, it was like a rapier. She's pulling it out, aiming at your son's throat. I don't think you're gonna tell your son just hold on for a bit, see if you can endure it.
Of course.
And when blood starts coming out, I don't think you're gonna still be running and like up until like a vision comes where like,
bro, he tried to give his son some credit. He said, you know what, he's not gonna be a whiner. We gonna try to figure this out. Then the moment he peeped his son was actually gonna die from this, he stopped. How can you take any credit away from the man for that, bro? Come on, bro. Like Zahn said, that's actually top feats from father to son in one piece. This is crazy, Alex.
What happened?
Your boy is bugging. Your boy that you were celebrating him because he agreed with your point. He just went against your point, and now it sounds like a complete ass. So back him, keep that same energy, Zah, and back him up here too. You know, you love that evil contrarian energy, so stay consistent, gang.
I don't know what his point is, so I can't back him up. What's going on?
You don't need to. It's negative. Just agree with it, like you usually do.
No, because the point is when Gunko
whoa, Alex.
Gabon yells out,
so I can respect
just
it.
Endure. Just hold on for a bit. Just endure after she puts a sword to his throat.
Listen, so his point is that he thinks Scopper wasn't really being a good father in that moment to his son. That's what he's saying. Completely against the point you said earlier.
He clearly didn't care about his kid, and it wasn't until
he clearly didn't care.
His brother gonna die that he started caring. He didn't care.
That's a crazy take, bro.
He didn't care.
Crazy take. I'm gonna put that take in. I'm gonna put that take in this Heineken in this little mini split, and I'm gonna blow it all away.
That's crazy, bro.
He didn't care. Thought it was going to be over.
I don't know if you're serious sometimes, bro.
Crazy as it is, and I'm gonna take a step back on this one. I'm literally gonna do this.
You can go back.
I told y'all niggas on this one. I told y'all niggas.
Bro, you got my homie on Instagram disagreeing with you, bro.
Or your family member's throat, and you tell them to hold on for a minute, and they start taking blood out, and you still like running, bro. You don't care about that family member. Be honest with you. You was that nigga from the start.
He had to go run to try to take Gunko out, bro.
Can we hear Tangerine's opinion on the chapter?
Yeah, let's get Strawberry's take, man. Let's move on, bro.
Get Tangerine's opinion on the chapter.
Yeah, my bad.
You need to stop saying that I'm number one already. All right, I know I'm.
You don't care about that family. If that's me, I know you don't care.
I know.
If that's me, I know you don't care about me. If that's me. Don't tell me you care about that family member. I know that.
Wow, man.
Zah don't got kids. Don't sympathize with him, all right? It's not gonna work in your favor.
All right, Strawberry, please. You have the floor. And
We are so sorry. We are so
My
sorry,
bad.
Strawberry.
One more
You
thing.
see me over here struggling?
Okay.
Yeah, you're all
I was
good,
gonna say,
man.
I do feel
Okay.
more like this is proof that like Gunko's gonna be Emu's niece though. Like I think she's definitely a member of the Nerona family that Brooke just met,
Ooh.
inspired her to like become a pirate. And it seems
It's
like
Nami's cousin, bro.
I think
That's a valid take in a sense.
I think it's Emu's niece, like Emu's
Well,
great
like I
great
said,
grandniece type shit.
let's just
I'm
hear what
saying, like,
Tangerine has to
just that
say. Let's
flashback
just hear
to
what
the
Tangerine
daddy
has to
thing.
say.
If you look at it when it's translating from like Daddy to father and is going for that flashback, it looks like it's a sad flashback for her where like her father gives her bad memories and Brooke is the good times that her dad was like trying to get her away from. And like Brooke kind of inspired her to want to be a pirate. My bad. Go ahead, Strawberry.
Yeah, I'm saying let's let Tangerine go.
Oh, Tangerine.
I'm not even being mean right now.
Nah, you
I
good.
don't have the energy to be mean to you, Za.
Yeah, strawberries
Chapter.
and tangerines are different.
Yes, they are. So chapter 10 out of 10 for me personally.
Okay.
I absolutely love the chapter. I love the flashback as well. So God Valley, I could have swore I saw Nami hop off that shit.
Talk about it. Talk about it. Why did Gloriosa look just like Nami? Thank you, bro. What the hell was that? I got that shit screenshotted, bro.
Ship, okay.
I'm like, yo.
I saw Nami straight up hop off that ship.
Yo,
So,
let me send this shit to Reed. He think it's a game.
Like it to me.
Oh my god! I think I have to talk about this chapter one.
Oh my goodness! So for me, sorry, I'm going to talk about the episode first. But,
yeah, please, you're good.
But yes, for me, I completely saw Nami hop off that ship, which is very different from the theories that I've heard over the year. You know, I know a few of you guys have talked about how Nami is like a celestial dragon, which still could be true, but I did not expect her. I didn't expect her twin to hop off of Rox's ship. I did not expect that at all.
Yeah.
I don't remember reading that part in the manga, so I don't know what it looks like in the manga. But
well, it didn't show all that in them. It just showed us like kind of the panel of all of them there. All that extra stuff we didn't have in the manga.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so that probably the biggest curveball of my evening was seeing Nami hop off that ship. I love it. How it ties in, I have no idea. To it. As far as the chapter goes, like I said, still 10 out of 10. The Brooks flashback is throwing me for a bit of a loop. Because I understood that she was obsessed with his music, but I thought it was just more of like one of those fangirly things. But to know that she knows Brooke from the past kind of amplifies her obsession for his music.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But then, was it Brooke talking when it said, "Oh, there's like a uncanny like similarity"?
Yes.
That was Brooke talking. So he does recognize her, or at least the parts of her that he can see.
Yeah.
You know, so he recognizes her. I'm interested to know how far that relationship goes. Like, dang, I do know you. You look just like that person. So that I absolutely love it. And yes, it was her eyes. As soon as I saw her eyes, I'm all like, that looks like that crazy emu.
Yeah. Okay.
So, which again, all of you guys were, well, not all of you guys, but Ree, I remember you saying that emu could be Gunko and whatnot. So, okay, now we know she's not emu, but emu can take over her body and control, I'm assuming control her and her powers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, and if she, and I'm saying she, but if emu can't control the powers of her, it would be kind of crazy to see Emu use their powers through Gunko.
Yeah.
Because
let's go.
can her body actually take that kind of power? Nika, you're muted.
Yeah, I just realized it. My bad. Anybody attached to the abyss, emus can manipulate their abilities. I promise you.
That's what I think too. I think
promise you. This
I
is,
think
this,
you
I'm gonna be real.
abilities
This
of
is
them, I
playing
think
out like
he
most
can
black
body.
magic shit in a lot of anime. This
Yeah,
is starting to
it
play.
is. It
I
really is.
told y'all, bro. Like, that's why I want the love shit to be real.
If
But
y'all look back at it, Emu takes over her body by like mistake. It's not like because she's reverting back. It's just because he's in trouble. Like it's not like he sensed her reverting back and then took over. He just knew he was in trouble and he's coming back there like, yo, I sent y'all to take over the Giants. This ain't that hard. He don't know Luffy there, but he's like, yo, what? If it's just the Giants, why is it taking so long?
Yeah.
But see,
I got a good One Piece question for y'all, real quick.
Oh yeah, for sure. What you got?
I got a good one for y'all. So do y'all think that Emu? Okay. So do y'all think that Emu knew who Joy Boy was? Like, do you think that she was the princess of Alabasta that took over her body? Like Emu took over her body one night?
Oh, you talking about Lily?
No.
People speculate.
I'm all lost at that.
Emu did know Joy Boy. Did Emu take over Lily's body? A lot of people speculate he or she did, but we don't know for sure.
Yeah,
So we can't give you a definite answer.
Right.
We can speculate for sure.
Strawberry, what were you saying though? My bad.
Sorry.
No, you're good, bro.
Yes.
Wait, Ryder?
Oh, did he say me?
Yeah, I was saying.
Yeah, I couldn't tell.
Oh, my bad.
He asked the question. I was saying, what were you saying?
I don't remember what I was talking about.
Wait, well, you gave your rating on the chapter, right? Or no, I don't think you did.
Yeah,
She said it was
I
a
said 10 out of 10.
She said 10. She had actually finished her point.
Oh,
I
okay.
did.
Just saying, she had ended it with the Nami shit, the Gloriosa and Nami shit,
For sure.
which I completely agree. Check the chat on Instagram. I sent you the picture, bro. You can't tell me that don't look like Nami's auntie,
But,
Nami mama, Nami.
that-
Literally look at that picture, bro. Like if Nami was on Amazon Lily, that's what she looked like. On God, look at that. Look at that.
I'm telling you, that looked just like
Bro.
Nami. I don't care what nobody says.
And look, I'm not trying to harp on it like womanize her, but look at the rack, look at the hair, look at how she's standing and being all feminine. It's all Nami, bro. Even the serious face, all Nami. I ain't never seen a character like, yo, what the fuck? Like somebody need to run a DNA test. Facts.
Hey man.
Well, see,
Gloriosa.
what's interesting, because I'm looking at the picture right now, Nika. What's interesting is that she's holding
Boa's old
looks
snake.
like a similar snake to Boa.
It is. I got that screenshot too. Hold on, I got you.
Yeah, that snake looks very
While you pull that up, Nika, or send it over. This is Mike. He came over from Instagram. Mike, have you read the newest chapter?
Yes, I have. I'm all the way in Elbaf right now. I'm at the part where the kid just got taken captured of the government agents. Put it like that.
Okay, so you're not caught up all the way on the newest chapter.
No, not the newest one. No.
All right, got you.
You can talk about it. I mean, I've read about it in the day, but you can talk about it. It doesn't matter to me.
Oh no, I wasn't asking specifically for spoiler. I was just trying to get understand where you were in the story, so that when I could ask questions that you kind of would.
Oh no, wait! I'm at the part where where Roger's secondhand man just jumped into the scene of fighting one of the world governments. That's where I'm at right now. That last part, I remember.
At God Valley?
Yep. No. And
you're just
Elbaf.
a chapter or two. You're just a chapter or two behind them. That means you're saying that you saw when Summers in what's his name?
Summers. That's what he's talking about.
Summers and Gabon when they first interacted.
Yep. Yeah. That's what I'm at right now.
Yeah, the last chapter.
Okay, I thought we were talking about God Valley. I'm tripping, man. So,
Now, question. Now, is there actually a real second Shanks?
What?
You talking about Shamrock?
Is there a second Shanks?
Nah, there's a
So how
Shamrock.
far are you?
Apparently what's been going around apparently what's been going around now in Elbaf. I mean, not Elbaf, but Elbaf. There's a second Shanks that popped on the scene about to fight Luffy.
Oh wait, hold on. You might be farther back
You
then.
said you're where Summers meets Gabon. So that means that either your thoughts are scrambled right now.
No. I'm at where Gabon's at. I'm at where Gabon's at. But I'm just saying I saw that chapter.
You should have saw Shamrock already. Like him revealing that he's Shanks' older brother.
Is that true or false?
Older twin brother.
It's true. Yeah.
It happened in the manga.
Yeah.
You see him with the sword and all that? Did you read the chapter where you had like the sword that had like the 3 heads? That's called like Cerberus. Did you read that chapter or no?
No, I haven't. Not yet. Not yet. I haven't got to that part yet.
All right. So
Yeah,
you're.
stop trying to vibe check him, bro. What's good with you?
Yeah, I got you. I'll pull it up so I can show you what it
I'm
was.
trying to
in
see if
the
he
manga.
read the Murrow chapter.
Hold on,
If there's 2 more chapters, I haven't got into it yet, though. I haven't really got into that part yet.
Well,
So
you're a little
started
farther back than
in the
too
middle of it.
if you haven't seen Shamrock yet. But you're not
He
too
started
crazy
Elbaf
far.
in the middle of it, more than likely.
My fault.
It's all good, bro. We're just trying to figure out where you are. It's all good. Here, I'll pull it up so you can see it, and then we'll get back to the conversation.
I want to ask a quick question. You
Yes,
know,
please.
So how you guys feel about the whole like him having blonde hair? Like Shanks and his dad having blonde hair.
It proves my theory. His mother had the red hair. His mother.
I'm so intrigued by that.
I strongly think Shanks' mom was probably was a slave or like in the same manner of Ginny.
I'm
Like
ready
brought
to
to the Holy Land. He did whatever. She wasn't of noble blood, so they don't get the saint. Shamrock didn't get the saint title with his name like the others did. He's just Shamrock, Figarland Shamrock. So he's of note because he's a Figarland.
And I love it because
that's it.
I think in a sense it's giving like Oda playing around with that whole red-headed stepchild. It's like playing around with that a little bit. Like, yeah, I love that. I'm just so intrigued by that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I got the panel here, so you can see.
She's also wearing what is that? Either a navy cape.
Whitebeard has one too. Like he had his.
Whitebeard has one.
It's like the same type of admiral jacket, but it's not actually an admiral jacket. Big Mom wears one too. Hers is white as well. Rogers is all red.
Okay.
Yeah, Rogers is all red. And in the pre-time skip, Doberman has a red one too. Vice Admiral Doberman.
This is the panel, Mike, in the when Shamrock was. Wait, is this the one with Shamrock? Oh, I'm tripping. This isn't even it. Oh well, Shamrock's in the middle. That's Garling, and then Shamrock, who's the brother, and then Shanks.
Yeah, Shanks got short hair. Shamrock got the long hair type shit, and then Garland just doing his own Grease Lightning shit.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I haven't read that part yet. No, I haven't got. I think I was just about to get to that part actually.
Oh yeah, you're probably close if you've already seen Gabon.
Well,
yeah.
Because you're in like the middle of Elbaf, you'd have to go back to like read from the beginning of Elbaf to get to that part.
Well, we meet Gabon before,
right now, so ain't nothing to catch up.
Well, we meet Gabon before we meet Shamrock, don't we?
Behind, yeah, we do. But he's just Yashan at that time.
Yeah, he's one chapter behind us. So
yeah, but he met Gabon. Gabon just didn't engage anybody. He engages the Straw Hats. That's who he engages.
Yeah.
So if the theory goes that Eights is Roger's son, does that mean Roger had devil fruit powers also, or we still don't know anything about that?
No.
Oh, you losing me? You ain't gonna lie, you losing me. That ain't a theory. Eights is Roger's son. Yeah, that's Marine Ford confirmed.
Yeah.
See, I ain't gonna lie to you, Mike.
You gotta go back. That's like way before Elbaf right there.
Yeah, I know, but I know, but that was the crazy theory, man. I'm just like thinking, like he had to have some devil fruit powers if Eights had powers.
Yeah, you go back and like reread before. If you go back and read the stuff before where you started, you're gonna realize that's not what it is.
I'm not gonna lie. One of my friends recently caught up, and their whole thing was like, you have awakened fruits and whatnot. What about awakened beings and whatnot? And I was just like, maybe Roger wasn't an awakened person and whatnot. I'm like, that's the most crazy theory I've heard about that kind of connection.
Because when he went up against Whitebeard, he had the same kind of power as them. Or not even the same power. I think it was
because they were using hockey. Yeah, they were using hockey.
No, you
I'm not
Correct.
gonna lie to you. You gotta rewatch or hit like a mean like summary of everything. Cause the hockey and the we so far past that, we to the part now we're trying to figure out the next level of this shit. Okay.
Okay. Okay, gotcha.
For sure.
we might have to make a video.
So here, I'll give my take on the chapter because I haven't yet.
Let's go.
All right, so 1149. First off, one more second. I get it now because I was trying to think about why it would be titled that. We were talking about that because of Scopper trying to get to his kid. I'm assuming that's why it was titled that.
Yeah.
Or 1 second. I think that's what it was titled. One of those two. Either way, first off, like I said, 10 out of 10. I know initially I said it was probably the best chapter I have read since I started reading the manga, but I forgot there was a chapter where Shamrock was introduced. That was pretty freaking epic. That was a heck of a chapter.
I
I'm
said
not gonna
that
lie.
they gave us the mural, the Harley text, and
Yeah.
Shamrock
Mural.
and Gunko all in one chapter. All in
Yeah.
one chapter doing shit.
Well, actually, I got to go back even farther than that because we also got the introduction of the Holy Knights that just portaled into the freaking castle. So like that was an epic chapter too. So let me back up, I guess. I'll put them all on the same level because those were all 10 out of 10 for me personally. But I'm not gonna lie, like I'm legit sitting here, right? And I have just so many thoughts in my head about this freaking chapter, which most of you guys have already kind of talked a lot about it. But I know one of my things that I'm sitting here thinking, right, is like, okay, Emu can come through and like take over people, obviously.
Uh-huh.
So I'm assuming I'm trying to think about like, is Emu is she? How do I ask this question?
He or she. There you go.
He or she?
Hey, I say he.
I'll just say they.
Only use male pronouns for Emu so far. Let's not switch them.
Well, I'm gonna say she because I really want.
You could say it, bro. But honestly,
it.
or
Okay,
he
so
or something.
either way, this is where I'm at, right? I'm trying to figure out, is Emu omnipotent or is Emu just seeing everything through everyone's eyes?
He's
Like-
seeing through their
Seeing everything through
Yeah, he's seeing
everyone's
it through their
eyes.
eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my thing is like, okay, there was a lot of other times that Emu could have jumped in. Like if Emu is like, oh, you're taking too long, Emu could have really just taken over Gunko when they needed to take Loki. Like that's the whole reason you came. So like at that point, Emu could have just been like, yo, he don't want to go with us. All right, bet. Let me go ahead and take over and just end this whole thing right here. Like I guess I'm trying to I guess I'm
It's
just thinking in
bigger.
my
It's
head.
bigger than that. It's bigger.
And that's I guess there's more to the plan outside of just obviously nabbing Loki.
Stay off the internet. That's what I'm gonna tell you. Stay off the
Oh, I
internet.
trust me. I'm
Yeah,
far away from it.
You're already in the answer you're looking for. You get in
Yeah,
this chapter.
I'm pretty sure the
Stay
plan
off the
was
internet.
mapping like all of the giants though. So like,
Stay,
yeah.
Alex.
Yeah.
Shut up. Stay off the internet.
Well,
you knew that before. What do you mean?
yeah, I know that part is in.
Yeah, but
is-
you gotta like.
You're
there's
doing
proof
it. Yeah.
I'm telling you, there's no way getting. We've already I'm gonna be honest with you. We've already speculated everything. The next part to come is literally the next part to come. Not even
And
gonna-
Very true.
I don't know what they talking about, Ree. The
I'm
plan
not
was
even
to
gonna.
get the whole
I'm gonna be
giant.
honest with you. Me and
The
Pip
plan
had
was
a
to get the
discussion about
giants,
this
the
last
whole
night, right?
whole giant kingdom, so that they want warriors. You know, that's why they're trying to burn down that library. They don't want these fucking scholars. They want warriors. You know what I mean, and to get these people under their thumb. He don't know Luffy there, so Emu's like, why y'all taking so long? He just can't understand it.
Yeah. Interesting, man. I just like. So then can Emu? I guess this is my thoughts. Like, can Emu just take anybody over, or is it just the Gunko?
It's just his people. It's just his people. I'm telling you, it's really
Just
just the
Holy
people
Knights. I
he
think
marked.
it's anyways make the abyss with. I think
Well, yeah,
Gunko-
that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like anyone
It's
connected
just
to
the people
Emu,
he
that's what I
marked.
mean.
Just the people he marked. Just the people he marked.
Yeah, if they're marked
Because,
with the abyss, it's best to assume.
Mhm.
Yeah, I do
And
think
you know
Gunko
who-
is actually related, but yes, I think it's anyone that he has.
You know who he's gonna talk to next? That's gonna be he's gonna talk to that giant piece of shit, the one who has the glass who's been crying the whole time. He's gonna talk to her, and then that's gonna be the real like, oh, this shit's crazy right there. And
Are you
she's
talking
crying.
about frick is her
Angie.
name? Angie, yeah.
Fuck her.
I don't know, man. Like
What?
legit.
She do.
I am there's just
She's an op. She's an op if I've ever seen one.
I do believe so.
Not burn the school.
I
She's
think she
in the
is,
corner
man.
like this. Hey, no, you should not know where the keys are to get to the backyard right there. I just don't want anyone to know that. And the holiness, like, we didn't ask you for that. But thank you. But we didn't ask you for that. Okay, we're gonna go get the keys. And she's like, wait. Just know that you need to turn it to the right. You need to turn it to the right 2 times before you do that shit. And everyone's like, once again, lady, no one asked you for that shit. Sit your ass the fuck down, bro. Like that's what Angie's been doing the whole time.
The
I don't know what
tears,
Andrew you've been reading.
the tears that are running down Angie's face in this
It's crocodile
chapter
tears, man.
are tears of like I betrayed them and now I feel guilty tears. I'm not gonna lie, that face she made kind of gives me like I feel so bad that I did this, but I had to type thing.
Yeah, she feels bad. She had to burn down the school to save the kids that are in the school because the kids are more important to her.
Nah,
Nah.
nah, deeper than that.
Nah, she's doing some bullshit right now, bro.
The main reason I can give her that, there's literally a child who's like, I would die for the library.
Yeah,
And you're a grown woman.
I hear you. No, I hear you. That's a
No,
fair.
Fully's agreeing with us.
Grown woman's
Fully's
going to
agreeing
die
with
for the
us.
library too,
Fool,
but
you
she's not
agreeing
going to
with us,
kill
right?
that child over it.
I'm agreeing with
She's not
y'all.
willing to kill
Yeah,
that child.
Fully's agreeing with us.
Is he? Interesting.
Mhm.
Wow.
I'm saying that, like, if she really was about this library and everything like that, right? A child who's really about this library is going to die for it. You're burning it. You're burning it with no hesitation, no wounds or nothing or whatnot. At least get beat down to forced to burn the library. Homie had.
So you want her to let the kid die?
You did it. You did it.
You want her to let the kid die? You think the life of the child that she's teaching is not supposed to be important? to her?
Yes.
I would think the life of her student is just as important to her, if not more important to her.
She
the
does
library she
not care about any of those students.
No, yo, Kez,
the
you a
way
teacher.
you're thinking.
Yo, Kez, you a teacher.
I work
Would
with
you
kids
kill your
too,
students
and I
to
can
protect
tell you
the
right
classroom?
now.
Wait.
No,
Yo, Kez, you a teacher. Would you kill would you let one of your students die to protect your classroom?
Yes.
Say it again.
Would you let one of your students die to protect your classroom? Not the people in the classroom, just the classroom itself. They're going to destroy the classroom unless you let them kill one of the kids.
Yes.
You okay with that? Like one of the kids that you teach.
Because of the constructs in the word, because of the constructs of the wording of your sentence, I would never even answer that question. That the way you worded that, I could get fired answering that the wrong way.
Would
So
you
I'm gonna move along with that.
would you value the life of
Be
your
real,
classroom or your student? The classroom you teach in currently, or the students that go and attend your classes? Which is more important?
I'm not even.
Burn the building down.
You're not.
Yeah, I would think burn the building down. I would think any good teacher that deserves to be a teacher would burn the building down. And if you're not saying burn the building down, I would say you probably shouldn't be a teacher.
Go with whatever thought y'all want. I'm not answering the question.
I think it's the way that he's saying it, because he's not saying that any of the kids are going to get hurt in the classroom. He's talking about the physical classroom.
Yeah,
It sounds like instead, I'm gonna kill one kid unless you let me burn down your classroom. If that's the case, burn down my classroom as long as my students are okay.
I can go find a field to teach them niggas in. Why not in the classroom for real?
What I'm saying is not on the
We
same
can make new books.
It's not on the same level. It's not on the same level. The reason why it's not on the same level is that it's literally burned down the whole idea of you being a teacher.
You can still be a teacher without that classroom.
No. Where's it? No, you're fucking not.
Yes, you can.
No, you're not. Oh, so she gonna be a teacher after
Crash
this?
out, fool.
So Emu gonna let you be teachers after this shit. Okay, Alex, cool. Then why the fuck we doing this right now?
Oh, if you can get past Emu, you can't get past Emu. That's the reason we're doing this. Cause I'm not risking the life of them kids to begin with.
You're right. You got it, big dog.
If we can get past Emu, I can be a teacher again, and we can teach other shit. But I can't get past Emu right now, and I'm not risking the life of these kids for a classroom that can burn down.
What you gonna be teaching them? Cause like the thing I gotta say about last week is that what is it?
But you're killing kids to like save a classroom, though, fool.
No.
You're 100% for killing kids over a classroom.
Yeah, over
It's
the
deeper
concept
than that, though.
over the concept of educating our people in a general.
It's deeper than that, bro.
It's way
You're
deeper.
minimizing it like
You're really
crazy.
putting it on a shallow level, brother.
Like you're
And I like
minimizing
to have
it.
If they
Even-
take over, which they're already doing,
Wait.
they're killing the
See
kids.
why I
You're
answer the
fine with them
question?
killing the kids.
Yo,
And if they take over, you're still not going to be able
bro,
to be a
but
teacher.
you're minimizing
You're
it
fine with
like
those kids dying for the chance that
Alex.
maybe they don't
And
end up with this
he's
takeover.
insanely minimizing.
And that
Alex,
you can
you're
save this
minimizing that. You're by you calling it a classroom is so crazy. When
It is
Summer
just a classroom. It's a
had a
school.
whole soliloquy saying he wants to burn down their culture, right?
Yeah.
Their knowledge,
Yeah, if he wins,
everything
he
that
is
they
going to burn
stand
down
for.
everything. If he wins,
Like,
they're
bro,
slaves.
That's not just a classroom, bro.
Yeah, if
It's
he
min-
wins,
yeah,
they're
you're
slaves.
minimizing
The
it,
world
bro.
government wins. The world government's taking
Is
over.
he
They're
talking
all
about the
slaves.
library?
World government.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, no,
No,
they're
we're not
talking
burning
on the
down
goal of
the
the
library.
library right now because we can rebuild a library. But like they're
I
saying,
Bro,
if the world
I
government
ain't
wins,
talking
we
about
send
that.
it to the world government.
Bro, come
But you
on,
can't
Alex.
Yeah,
get
you're
back.
already slave.
But it's bigger
But
than
like,
that,
if
bro.
you're already going to be a slave when
But
they
it's,
win,
but
that's no
it's bigger
difference.
than that. He's burning the knowledge of the country.
Yeah,
Not even
yeah,
just
you're
that
wild
country,
on
by the
that,
way.
bro. Yeah.
O'Hara's
the whole
books are in
world, the
there.
whole world.
Yeah,
the
thank
whole
you.
world.
O'Hara's books are in there. The whole you're missing the whole point of why Za even said she's oppish in the first place, bro. You're missing it. The O'Hara knowledge, you can't just rebuild this shit, bro. You can't.
Yeah.
Legit. This is like one
They
of one
can.
knowledge.
Yeah.
They
You
can.
burn this
No.
down,
They can.
you're
They
erasing a
can't.
lot
They
of
can't.
shit.
The books are gone, bro.
It
They
doesn't matter. We
literally-
already had in like Egghead when Shaka said that he already had all the knowledge from the O'Hara books in his head and he's uploaded it to the fucking cloud. What's the fucking big thing?
We're not talking
The
about that
Funk
piece of
database.
shit Vegapunk.
Funk Records. Funk
Listen,
Records. There we go.
at the end of the day, he's literally dead. The fact that no one has any of
Shaka's
his
still around technically. They rebuilt
Shaka's
him.
gone. Shaka's gone.
No,
the
he's back.
Vegapunk, I hate that shit.
How did Vegapunk's back?
I hate that fucking system. I can't stand the fact that I am literally defending what they're trying to say, but like, yo, you are literally minimizing all the shit that they're trying to defend. Because if the Elbaf library goes away, the whole world system goes away. The whole world history goes away because no one's gonna find that besides the world government. So you're minimizing it. They're right. They're right. Ugh.
No.
I think I know where you were going, Alex. I just think the example of a classroom is just a bad example. That's all I'm saying. I get what you're saying, and I actually don't even disagree with what you were trying to say. Because I'm in like a weird like
Still just
agreeing
a
with you
classroom.
and slightly disagreeing with Fuli.
It's a
But-
classroom for them. It's just a classroom. Either you let them burn up the classroom, like or the school/classroom, or your students die. Your students
Classroom
are
to
going
who,
die
though?
if they take over
But you
anyway.
Is it a-
can't think like that.
Who is it a
over.
classroom to?
If they fully take over, your guys are just slaves where they can kill at their leisure. So
But
you're
who is
all
it a
die when they
classroom
take
to?
over anyway. But
And
right
who
now,
is it-
your only chance of saving these students' lives before they fully take over is to burn down this classroom.
Who is it a classroom to though, Alex? That's the answer.
Your students.
To the students.
Yeah,
Right, to the students. But
it's your
But-
classroom. It's where you teach.
but
You and your students
Hold
go
on.
there.
But to the people that are making the
Let 'em
call to
finish.
burn
Shit,
down
shut up.
the library, it's not just a classroom. Like it's bigger than a classroom. This library holds all of this library holds their culture. It's
Exactly.
not just
That's
a,
not
it's not
the-
just a it's not just a place. It's not just a location. You know, it's bigger than
The
that.
library holds part of their
The whole
culture, but
country.
not their whole culture, because their culture existed well before the
God.
library. And we already know there are many members of their culture who like would have preferred the warrior way, and like Colin's one of those ones who wishes they would go back to that culture they had before the library, and like when they had that warrior way. But
Right.
the culture itself is what Emu's trying to get rid of, that culture, because he wants warriors under him. He needs warrior slaves. He needs people to fight for him. That's why they're there. So he wants to revert them back to their past warrior culture where they don't have this knowledge culture that Angie spent her life building up, right? And
Yeah,
that
we hear you.
like Angie's tearing up trying to destroy. And it just makes sense that I can let Angie's way of life die for the chance that we like and hope that we don't become slaves just for the savior of these kids' lives. That just makes way more sense to me than to say these kids' lives aren't worth that. And I would rather risk them and just hope that we win,
Real quick, before
not have to risk them.
Trip, before you go, because I do want to know everything you have to say. Before you go, I just want to put a period on this whole point that we're doing right now. I agree with Alex, and I slightly disagree with Fuli, and I just want to explain why. Like, Fuli, I do think that she should value the kid's life. I don't think that she should just not value the kid's life.
For sure.
But I also don't agree with Alex by saying the library is just a classroom. Terrible take. I still love you, Alex, but that's a god awful take. I think though that she is still potentially an op because the face that she was making, like I said, it was a face of regret. Yes, she did technically just burn down the library, but I think she burnt it down more than just I had to save the kid. It's like I had to do this because there's a deeper meaning. Like I'm doing this because yes, I am kind of like turning away from the people I'm supposed to be loyal to. Like this is all part of like a bigger play. That's why I feel bad. And on top of that, yeah, I got to save the kid. Yeah, I got to burn it down. Yeah, I really care about these books. But like I'm doing this because yeah, I got to do this to go along with the bigger play. That's all I'm saying. Trip, please. You have been patient. Please come through and say everything you need to say, bro. Everything you need to say. The floor is completely
What up,
yours.
bro? What up, bro? I see you in the shadows.
That's what I'm
Got
saying.
the robe on, bro, looking smooth.
Yeah, we try to
How's
hope
my
we
audio?
see.
How's my audio? First of all, gentlemen?
It's kind of choppy.
He gave me the thumbs down. Hold on. I'm gonna just come off
Oh, Trip's audio is tripping right now.
or should I just speak up? Do I need to just speak up? Do I need to just raise my voice? How's that work?
You sound like you're far.
It's okay. It does sound like you're far away from the mic.
I got you. You good?
Yeah, it's better. That was a little better.
Well, yeah, he's gone. He'll come back on. He did that last night.
My bad. I would like to say one quick thing, and then we can dead this conversation.
Please, Strawberry, you're welcome to. Please.
So, I understand everybody's points of view. Zane, please hush. I understand everybody's points of view, but unfortunately, her agreeing to do anything with the Gorosei, with Imu, with the Holy Knights, whatever, she endangered some of her students while saving her other students. So she still endangered the lives of other kids just to be able to save some other kids. Like that was a lose-lose situation for
Wasting,
her.
period.
100%. Because like by her burning down the library, like it's kind of like letting
Fulu's point. This is
Yeah, I agree.
this is what Fulu was trying to get at, though. This is what Fulu was
She's
trying
letting
to get
more government win.
now.
They're all slaves. They can all be killed.
But this is what Fulu was trying to get at, Alex. That's the point Fulu was trying to get at. Regardless, that's why I was agreeing with him overarchingly.
If she doesn't burn it down, they're still all slaves. Can all be killed. They're like at that point, they're all in a position where they can all be killed. Them kids will just be getting killed first. Like you're hoping that if those kids get killed, maybe you guys can like fight and win. But you guys can fight and win while still saving those same kids. Like there's no reason to sacrifice.
I want to go ahead and answer these questions. As far as my thoughts, I am like, bro, I'm not worried because we got the boys downstairs. You feel me? The moment they come upstairs, like I don't know what them are gonna do. The whole burning down the library thing, like it's unfortunate, but like it's the how do I put this? In every series or story that you read or watch or whatever the case is, that stuff, what that represents, what the library represents, it always gets destroyed. It always gets destroyed because it's the classic trope of trying to preserve history, but you need to let go of the past and accept the new that is to come. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that was inevitable for what was going on. I do believe that they'll still be able to preserve some of the shit in some sense, but like, you know, we're making a new history. You know what I'm saying? So we like the history, the shit that's engraved in the tree, like the mural, like that shit ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And that's the shit that we can't afford to let burn. You know what I mean? Because that's some real truth right there. But I'm loving what's going on. Scopper being in the predicament that he was in. Again, we've seen this time and time again in the story where, you know, I mean, I'm sure we have some parents in the chat right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna, for your kid, fuck the world. You know what I'm saying? Fuck everything going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my kid, and he saw. It's not like she was bluffing. Like, she was going to actually kill the little nigga. So, you know what I'm saying? I can't be mad at Scopper. Couldn't be Rayleigh. You know what I'm saying? Because he don't got no kid, and if he do, his kid is the world's greatest swordsman. You know what I'm saying? So, like, good luck, Gunko. But you know, other than that, you know what I'm saying? I just can't wait for Luffy and Loki and Zoro and Sanji to upstairs, bro. Because I almost feel like Oda's trying to do a parallel panel of Roger and them popping up to God Valley. Like, that's how Luffy, Sanji, and Zoro gonna pop up type shit. But along with everyone else that like the surprise people that'll end up popping up type shit. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not expecting that. But I'm loving it, man. And I just can't wait for Oda to get into this flashback. Because after the flashback is when the shit really kicks off. It hits the fan and shit. So for us to be where we at right now without a flashback, it's like, yo, this shit about to be nuts. Once we get that King Harold flashback, it's a wrap. You know what I mean? This shit gonna hit the fan.
What do you think about Scott?
Because imagine this, right? The King Harold flashback itself is it will be the furthest back in the story of a flashback we've gotten. I don't know if the Kagura, the Skypiea flashback was like that far, was further back, but King Harold was old as shit. Like, that's over a couple 100 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm just excited for that. I'm just excited for all that, though. Ultimately,
yeah,
for sure.
But yeah, Trey, what do you think about Scopper not giving up immediately? Like, when Gunko first put the sword to his throat, him yelling to like Colin to, like, you know, hold out for a few seconds.
I mean, you know, like, he a pirate. He is son of a pirate. He in the field. He know his son brave. So, like, again, and it's almost like calling her bluff. But then he saw the future sight. Like, oh no, she gonna stab this nigga. I give up. I surrender. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that. It's that.
Let it die softly, Alex. Let it die softly. Please, brother.
Alex believes that it was him being a bad father.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, I'd mute you for that in the Discord. You know that.
I actually approve that one. I know. I mean, I don't like.
Dang, he heard
us.
I
don't like when we individually mute each other in the Discord, because now you can hear everybody.
I wouldn't be trying to hear no more.
But that one,
I wouldn't be trying to hear no more.
That was very mutable.
You just get banned from talking in this. That's wild.
No. Okay, read. Hold up, right now. I can ban someone. I can ban somebody, or you can ban somebody, or you could server mute somebody. But there's a tool that we individually have, where if I get tired of hearing Zaz hate, I could just mute this nigga, and I can listen to everybody else but this nigga talk. That's what Trip be doing to niggas in Discord. That shit is hilarious. I don't approve of it. But Alex, for this point, I'm all the way with this nigga. Mute the fuck out of you. You're wild.
Just a bad parent, bro.
Yeah, you're not a
Oh, you
parent. You don't get to
having-
talk here.
I'm
Nah,
not
you
gonna
wild on
lie,
that
You don't
one.
get to
I'm
talk.
not
I hate
touching
to,
that
I
one.
hate to pull the parent card on you, but you don't get to talk here. You're not a parent.
You're
Yeah,
having some
bro.
wild takes,
I'm not a
bro.
parent, and I'm like, yo, I understand the greatest. I'm like,
Zah, you hate kids and you understand this. So I get
yeah,
it. You
come on,
know?
like,
If you can get it and Alex can't, then there's a clear misunderstanding.
Like I said, I'm a go deeper into it. Like even when Summers was announcing that they got Colin, he was like, "Yeah, a kid came, tried to rescue his friends, but we got him too." First thing Scopper was like, "You heard that? My little nigga went out there." You feel me? Like it's you'd have to you how do I put this for you? And please don't take offense to it, right? But you'd have to be cut from that cloth to even understand the mindset of like,
very
I'm gonna call
true.
her bluff on this. I'm gonna call her bluff on this. She ain't finna just stab my kid. She ain't on that type of time. But then he saw that she's on that type of time,
Yes.
and once he saw
Exactly.
it was
Yep.
like, all right, GG, you got it, you got it. But again, like you know,
Someone pull a
these is
sword,
you are
like,
not dealing. Listen, you are not dealing. You are not dealing.
They
You are
still gotta
not
be-
dealing with somebody from the Whitebeard Pirates, nigga. You are not dealing with somebody that was that you're not dealing with a beast pirate. You're
Roger.
not dealing with a supernova nigga. You're
Cheers,
dealing
Trips.
with a nigga who has seen this shit to its end. My kid can take a scratch to the neck. You gonna pay for that though. Yeah, go ahead, give him a little scratch on the neck. It's fine. Watch what I do to you for that though.
Yep.
He could take the scratch. He gonna be bragging. He gonna be bragging, running around. What little nigga gotta go have a badge of honor behind that bullshit you trying to pull? Watch what I do to you though.
Valid.
But then he sees
Very
that she
valid.
actually impels him. Like, no, I'm gonna kill this nigga. I'm not bluffing. Then he like, all right, axes down. You got it. You got it. Like I said, you would just have to be cut from that type of cloth, and that's no diss to you, dog. You'd have to have lived in that mindset.
Family members.
I'm saying you'd have to have just lived in that mindset. That's all. To get it.
That's valid. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie, Alex. I'm sorry. That theory just gotta go. That take's gotta go, bro.
Killing me softly.
Man, you wouldn't risk the life of your family member like that? That can't be me. Can't be me.
In that instance, maybe. I mean, if my kid was big enough to probably live through a stab, potentially, before I saw it was gonna kill him, then yeah.
Yeah,
For
if
sure.
I think my son can handle this, yeah, he can handle it. When I peep that he can't handle it, I'ma chill. That's what Scopper did.
Yeah.
That's what Scopper did. He said, "Oh, he can handle it," and then when he realized, no, he can't. Let me chill out. Yo, please
Yeah.
don't kill my son. He
Did
did
y'all
exactly what he was supposed
bounce
to
off
do.
his son's neck? Or like, what did you think was going to happen when the knife was through the
He
neck?
did exactly what he was supposed to do because he was also counting on the fact that she wasn't really gonna hurt him like that. She wasn't gonna fully go through with it, and he can't handle it, and she is willing to go through with body and a kid. So
Yeah.
let me chill out. You know what I'm saying?
And
Stop
once he
this
realized
shit.
that she was really gonna hurt him, he gave up immediately. It is what it is, man. You gotta let it go.
Yeah, just a bad day. Just a bad day. That's what it is.
How's that make him a bad? I'm not in. You know what? You're right.
I'm about to say, yeah, don't go
I'd have
down that
muted him,
rabbit hole,
y'all.
Zah.
Hey, listen, gentlemen, I would have muted Gang. I swear to God, he ain't taking that personal. He know how to mute him for this. Like I ain't hearing no more of it.
Yeah, he had it.
I ain't hearing no more.
Just
of
let it
dog.
go. Just let it
That's
go.
nice.
I'm
He
not
was
gonna argue with
Let
nobody
God,
no more,
go
bro.
let God, bro. You feel me?
You know what the bar for bad dad is crazy because
We get, bro. Let's think about this, Fully. We get one good. We actually get a father standing up for his child in One Piece, and God damn it be damned that somebody
Be
said
damned.
there's a bad dad feed. Like really,
you know.
Like, we
Bad.
finally get a
It's a
dad
bad
showing up in
dad.
the series. We
That's what it
finally get a
is.
dad showing up in the series, and you're like, no, it's not enough. You're supposed to be a deadbeat like everybody else. That's crazy, bro.
I live my
Like, that's
Reed,
disrespectful.
bro.
this is something that I don't know if y'all discussed this.
not
I don't know if y'all had this. I don't know if y'all had this discussion, Reed, but one of the major things I was thinking of after reading the chapter is Emu going to inhabit Gunko's body for the rest of this arc? and how would that play out?
That was going to be my next
I've been
question.
told the spoilers are out. I ain't checked them yet. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know nothing. Nika, let me rock, Nika. Let me rock. But what you think, Ree? Because I think it would be very interesting if I was telling Nika and I think Cokes that I think it would be very interesting if Brooke gets some type of way to break Emu's control on Gunko, and it would be a hint or a key into not, like Luffy needs to find out how to damage these immortal people for one, but what if there's this like connection that they ultimately have to Emu to where like that connection also needs to be severed, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we somehow get a hint or find out how to do that via Brooke and Gunko. You know what I'm saying? But what you think? What you think?
I got 2 points towards that, but I'm gonna wait after Reed.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait after Nick because I could do that something I want to add. I really do.
For sure. I don't, honestly, I don't know, because like with Emu being here now, this oddly makes me feel like this arc isn't going to be nearly as long as I thought it was going to be, because like I guess I want to know where you go from here if Brooke doesn't use that ability, because I do think with Brooke being highlighted in this way, they have to tap into that like hack or his affinity for soul type powers, since we're dealing with souls here. She's she's the devil or a demon.
Yeah, I should be able to still reach Gunko soul in there. Yes, I'm with you.
Right. So like, I do think, I don't know. I guess it really depends on in my head if Emu's gonna stay throughout the rest of the arc. It would depend on what Brooke does next to determine how long this arc is gonna be. I guess for me, like, I can't see Emu being here already, not being like, okay, we're gonna have to like wrap this up, or like we're gonna have to move, or something big has to happen, because like you're not just gonna pull Emu out. She's here. She's like, yo, y'all are taking too long. We gotta get back to Marijois. Unless Emu is gonna see something, because this could be something else. Unless Emu sees something and she's like, oh nah, we're just gonna abort mission. We're gonna come back later, and she just pulls everybody back. It's like, yeah, it just ain't even worth it right now. We gonna finish this another time, but we gotta go back to Marijois, because that's more important than whatever is happening over here. Unless she just aborts mission, and it's either she aborts mission or she gets cut by Brooke. If neither of those two happen, this arc is just gonna be short. That's my take.
Now, let's touch on the whole Marijois situation and the statements at the end of the chapter, because I'm of the mindset that Emu is about to summon more forces to Elbaf to wrap this up quickly so they can get the giants and bring them to Marijois, because they need forces of the giants to deal with the problem that they're dealing with, type shit. You know what I mean? Like, however, like you said, does Emu stay for all that? And if Emu does stay, does Emu stay in Gunko for all of that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why it's like, and I kind of want to know the catalyst of why Marijois is on fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, who lit the match type shit. But, it would. I don't want to break away from what we got going on in Elbaf right now. I don't want to leave Elbaf until we know we finna get that King Harold flashback.
Yeah.
Or damn near after. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I need more of Loki, Luffy, and the underworld with the guys. You know what I mean? And Loki and Hydruden, settling their differences and shit. You know what I mean? Because I feel like, again, Oda's trying to mirror that panel of everyone just popping up to God Valley. Like, I feel like that's how niggas is gonna be landing in the Sun Realm. You know what I'm saying?
I will say this, especially since Oda has already like tampered with cutting away from Straw Hats for like a significant amount of time within Egghead. I do think we are gonna we are gonna have a different scene, like a different stage, kind of like how we cut to the Reverie last arc in Egghead, and we had all those chapters at the Reverie, and we just weren't on Egghead. I think we're gonna have something like that again here, probably right after that Harul flashback, and then we're just gonna see what's going on in the Reverie, and they might do like a popover type thing there. So that
like 3 arcs. I mean, like Act 3, 3 acts type thing. So
it could be. I mean, I don't know. You might be right, but I definitely do see that's a way that this arc could be longer if they cut over to the Reverie. Not the Reverie. Cut over to Marie-Joie and give us like the backstory of like
I see that
what
happen.
led up to it. You know,
I see Act 1 kind of ending of like Elbaf ending with like, I think Gunko is gonna remain like Emu taking over until like she fights Gear 5 Luffy and like the end of that type shit. So like that's why I think Act 1 of Elbaf type ends like with them like beating these Holy Knights and get rid of them. Cause I don't think Emu's at the point where like it's so bad in the Holy Land he don't have no forces to send over, and that's why he came himself to wrap this up, right? Because he needs them to bring forces to him. Right.
Maybe
so that's where I'm at on it. Like I think that's like Act 1, and I think Act 2 starts off with us kicking off straight up at the Holy Land, and I'm hoping it's gonna be Dragon and like all the Revs versus Mary Horse, and you're gonna see them torching shit type shit.
I will say this too, Trip, to your point as far as like them sending more people. I guess in my head, my thing is like, okay, if they do send more people, I guess I would just want to know why you pull back Shamrock, because he's your strongest one who was there. Like, I get that you needed him in the Holy Land, but like if you're gonna send people weaker than him just to have more forces there, like I don't know. In my head, I'm just thinking because when you sent the Holy Knights to Elbaf, you obviously didn't have this situation going on. So you probably
Now, this is my
like some of your strongest people.
The way I would combat that at the very least is Shamrock is in a position of your general. You don't need him on the front lines. You just need him to make sure the plans are set and everything is the way it should be and shit. Like, hey, we're in a dire situation. We need the general to come to get everything in formation for us to properly defend ourselves. So I imagine that part is already taken care of. So he can afford to, then jump back to Elbaf, like, okay, let me go check on, that over there type shit. So I say that to say, like, I don't believe Shamrock is like on the front line fighting somebody right now, trying to put out the fires. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. And that was going to lead me into what I was also going to say, because I also believe that this is how Shamrock gets brought back. You know what I'm saying? Especially if Luffy and the gang get back involved before Emu can summon said, whatever. Like Emu would then like summon his strongest, probably even with some Gorosei. We might even get Shamrock and Garling, you know what I'm saying? Like type shit. But yeah.
Okay.
Nika done seen the spoilers, man. That shit pissing me off. I should go check that shit.
You said you had a point, right? That you wanted to make, Nika?
Matter of fact, nigga, I mean,
oh yeah, dang. Dang, I did have a point. Fuck.
Fooey had one too, right?
Yeah.
Fooey, go ahead.
You remember your point?
Yeah, I got my point.
Okay, say your point. Maybe it'll trigger something.
Okay. So, when it comes to I typed it out just in case I would forget. So when it comes to the whole Brook thing and whatnot, the thing that I see with the connection of like Brook and whatnot, and like how he disconnects from like Brook and like Emu, like how he disconnects from like Brook and like Emu, like how he disconnects from like Brook and like Emu, like how he disconnects from like Brook and like Emu, like how he disconnects from like Brook and like Emu, like how he disconnects from like Brook and like Emu, like how he disconnects from like Brook and like Emu, like how he disconnects from like Brook and like Emu, like how he disconnects from like Brook and like Emu, like how he disconnects from like Brook and like Emu, like how he disconnects from like Brook and like Emu, like how he disconnects from like Brook and like Emu, like how he disconnects from like Brook and like Emu, like how he disconnects from like Brook and like Emu, like how he disconnects from like Brook and like Emu, like how he disconnects from like Brook and like Emu, like how he disconnects from like Brook and like Emu, like how he disconnects from like Brook and like Emu, like how he disconnects from like Brook and like Emu, like how he disconnects from like you know, Gunko from Emu and whatnot. I think it might be a connection of like rhythm or like music when it comes to Brooke and whatnot, especially if we go off like the rhythm that like Nika makes or the heartbeat that people know, you know, music that has been had through time and whatnot. So I feel like
Listen,
maybe that might be how Brooke disconnects. I understand the whole soul thing and whatnot, but like it might be music related, especially playing on the whole she listens to the music and everything like that. It might be connection to that. Like especially we haven't really seen like the effects of like what does the rhythm do. We've seen that like a really restart and it's the like liberation and whatnot, but like how does that affect Emu?
Hey,
Maybe
yo, hold on. Ain't no fucking way. My bad. Let me mute because I'm reading
yeah,
this
you got
shit.
it. Yeah, you got it. Chill. Listen, Foolie, you triggered the thought. Yes. Now, if you notice the lore between the Rumbar Pirates, it was saying that their music can even make a crying child smile. Now, the flashback that we see in this chapter is of the child crying. You get me? This
Yeah.
is why I do think it is going to play with the music. The music is going to be how we get back into this thing. Because going off of Film Red, music is still involved within this. Music has to be involved in this in some type of way. So we got to get music being brought into the fray of this. I personally believe it's going to be what you just said, and what Triple was saying, or the music is going to be able to bring them back, like kind of sever that tie or the connection. And I honestly think another thing too, going off of what the Japanese translator was saying, where he said it's something that caught my attention because Masako was talking to Loki through the Den Den Mushi, was talking about a bad experience, a really sad experience that they had that brought them to tears. Right? We do see the child in the flashback
That's not
crying.
right.
Right? So those two things could be intertwined. The part that I thought was interesting was that, first of all, we don't know what happened to Brooks Kingdom.
Nope.
We have no idea what happened to Brooks Kingdom. And like I said, he was the lead escort. You know what I'm saying? So we know there's a lot of things tying into this. What I personally think was gonna happen here now is I think Brooks is gonna do that music thing, is gonna be a callback to something, but we're going to get information on what he was doing, like even before, even the whole piracy thing, whatever the case may be. Dang, I think I'm losing my train of thought. Shit. My bad. Okay, look, let me go back a couple points. Loki talking to Musako or whatever the case may be. The translator was basically saying,
Afro.
what if there was a connection sever that allowed her, like it seems like they talk from time to time again. What if the Joy Boy hockey that cut the severance between when Emmett did the thing and it cut the whole thing, that's what brought about Gunko being able to tap out, because the Congress hockey that even Emu felt it disconnected everything that was going on with Emu connecting to whoever they were it was connecting to as a catalyst. So now the vessel as Gunko, right now Gunko's war child. So I think Gunko is a child prodigy of war, but I don't know. I still think there's some necromancy thing going on with her. What if this kid was dead in the first place already? You know what I'm saying? I'm still on
Thank
that type of.
you.
I'm still kind of
Thank
there with it.
you.
Like where does it come into play? Where do we get? There's still information we need to know, but there could be.
There's a lot. There is a lot there because you have for one, she knows Brooke before he was a pirate. So like she's old as shit, for one. And then for
70 years
two,
old.
and then for but for two, so she had a life already, but for two, she has an active personality. So it's strange. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm still on board with the whole, child of war type shit. Like she's just the classic Thanos Gamora type shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's wonky, because there could be a Captain America effect where Shorty was frozen in ice for some reason. We've seen Emu. We know Emu got a motherfucking deep freezer down there. We don't know what for. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think I know what for now, because I just read what I read.
Yeah. No, you're right.
what?
He's right.
but
He's right. He's right. He's right. He's right. He's right.
but you know,
Yo,
it's that type of time. It's like damn. So with Gunko, this will be very interesting. So more than anything, I'm more so just concerned with her connection to Brooke because that's what's gonna be the most important like role of it all. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, yo,
I'm
I
ready
think
to
that
see
she
what
named
it is.
herself Musako. The name Musako comes from the whole Shaggy thing, is off of inspiration of when I was a child or when I whatever. Like Brooke was my inspiration,
Mm,
so I like she named like
mm,
Gunko is the other. Gunko is one side of her. The other side of her is Musako. Gunko Musako. I think Musako is the version that
oh,
named herself based off when she was communicating with Loki. She called herself Musako off of like I love Brooke. Like that's because Shaggy is how the term Musako, which translates to Shaggy, is how you describe someone with very fluffy hair or afro in that culture. That's what the Japanese translators are saying.
I do
So
want to.
I'm really there.
Go
I
ahead.
do want the one thing out there. If it is Shaggy, it is kind of hilarious because there is a popular artist named Shaggy. So it's just like,
I'm weak.
No,
Yeah,
That
yeah, no, he's right. He's
that's
wrong. He's
older
wrong.
age around that age. You have to realize
all
he's
niggas know.
around that age to like
it
hey
wasn't
be
me.
man,
Shaggy. Like
well, it wasn't me, man.
it
Yo,
wasn't.
Wasn't
It
yo,
wasn't
me.
yo.
It
her.
wasn't me.
It
That's
wasn't.
all
It
I
wasn't.
told you.
It wasn't me.
Hey, Foolie, chill out, man.
That is,
Calm down.
but you're right because that plays into the whole
That
thing that
nigga
what you're
clapped.
saying. Fully, it plays into the whole thing I was saying with the whole
Yo. Can I say
upon a
something real
man
quick?
thing with
Can I
that
say
the
something real quick?
Japanese translator was saying with the
What you guys
motherfucking
on?
the two hearts and shit like that.
Um, I hope that Gabon falls down to the demon realm because Luffy has been lost in this. I'm trying to find where Shanks is and True is that he has completely Luffy, the man who doesn't want to know anything, the one who doesn't know any backgrounds, has been like, "Hey, you know where Shanks is?" Loki has completely taken his attention to the max. I'm like, Luffy, the fuck, bro? This
I
shit
need, I
going
need,
on
I
right
need,
there.
I need. If he does go down there, I need
I'm
Chopper
a
to take a look at Loki.
hey,
That's what I need.
I
check
need
this out.
Loki.
Now this
What's up?
is
What's up?
now this is Samael's advocate here. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man. First of all, when Luffy and them were just like mobbing through the makeshift castle and they had just broke out, he could feel Loki's aura and how there is absolutely no way he is not aware of
What the fuck is
like,
going
oh,
on, right?
it's some shit going on up top. You know what I'm saying? He's
Thank
aware of that.
you.
However, we know Luffy. It's not even the oh, I'm just focused on this nigga telling me where Shanks is type shit. Bro on an adventure, bro. He cooling it. He with Zoro, Sanji. Them niggas gonna encourage any of his nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Like
No,
he
I know.
kicking it right now.
You're right.
Because I'm
No,
gonna put
Tricks
it
is
to you
right.
like this. He actually knows Loki's not a bad person. So
Mhm.
you gotta understand, Oda is trying to give you that moment where like they both subtly like give each other the head nod or like the fucking like yeah we finna go up top and fuck some shit up. I know like Luffy's finna tell him on some like hey I know you feel that bullshit up top. You know what I'm saying? We just passing through, but you're not gonna let them fuck up your home, are you? You know what I'm saying? Like bro, it's going down. You know, and it's just that type of shit that Oda is letting play out. Like, them niggas know what's going on. I ain't gonna say they know what is going on, but they're aware of some shit popping off, and you know what I'm saying. But they know he knows the half his crew up there, so they gon' you know what I'm saying. Things gonna be straight. They done
Yeah,
bumped into an old ass strong nigga that's up there too. Like, you know what I mean? They ain't too much worried, but again, that's about to come too, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think it's a matter of he just caught up and lost in the whole finding Shanks thing. I think it's just a matter of like, yeah, I'm gonna get to them niggas when I get to them, but I'm
I think he's
doing what I
caught up
want
in
to do
the.
right
I
now.
think he's caught up in the Shanks thing. I honestly think because I've never seen Luffy like this, where it's just like, "Yo, what do you do? What? Oh, you know where Shanks is? Okay, I'm gonna sit down. I'm like, yo, dog, you've never been about this. Lock the fuck in. What
That's
the fuck are you doing right now?
hold on. That's the problem. That's the problem. They're like, you've never seen Luffy like just take sole interest in something that wasn't, like the plan.
Mm-hmm.
Let it rock.
I
Let it rock.
understand that. I
You gotta let
understand
it
that.
rock.
I'm
Because
just like, this shit
unfortunately,
going on.
no, peep this.
They're
Unfortunately,
going.
we need Loki for some
Yeah, I
odd
know.
reason.
I know.
So this has to play out. You know what I'm saying? In Luffy and Loki's favor. You feel what I'm saying? So like this is just
No,
Yeah.
you're right.
ball game.
You're right.
It is.
And
I'm
that's
just.
well, I was gonna say
Reed, my
Shanks
bad.
is a big part of his dream too. I think we all forget he's trying to surpass Shanks. That's one of his big dreams. So, getting to see Shanks now that you're a Yonko, he wants to give him that hat back. So it makes sense.
Like
If
that.
Shanks was here and you know where he is, like, yo, come on, like this is a part of what I want too. I want to be king of the pirates,
It's
but like,
time. It's time.
yeah, it's time.
You know what I'm saying? It's time.
I
It's
think
time.
Shanks
It's
will actually
time.
come back to the island in Act 2. I think like at the end of Act 2, similar to how like Wano's Act 2 had like the Odin flashback. I think like near the end of Act 2, we're gonna get the like Harold flashback, and then Shanks is going like showing up on the island.
No, I don't think he double back. I don't think he double back.
No, that's what I'm trying to say.
I don't
If
think
Shanks
he
is on
double
the
back.
island, you gotta do something else,
He don't
bro.
double back.
Like, yo,
No, I think he's coming
He
back
don't
to
double
Elbaf.
back.
Shanks ain't
I don't
coming back
think
to
double- I
Elbaf.
don't think
Shanks not
double
coming back
back.
to Elbaf.
He would
Yeah,
Shanks ain't
double
coming
overshine
back to
He don't
everybody
Elbaf.
double
if he
back.
came back.
Exactly.
He's
The
coming
way
back.
Oda writes
He don't
Shanks,
double back.
he would overshine everyone. He'd overshine the God Knights. He'd overshine
Not
The
gonna
next
be
time
the
we,
mural itself.
the next time we seeing Shanks, he gonna be seeing an old friend.
Yeah.
Ugh. Well, fuck
Yeah.
Shanks, bro.
Yeah, I can't wait to see.
Fuck
I do
Shanks.
want to see Shanks interact with the Cross Guild a little bit.
I
It would
As
be-
don't.
long as that old friend is Mihawk, that's
I
all I
don't.
care
Fuck
about.
Shanks,
I want
bro.
no. I
I'm
want
okay
it to
with
be big.
That
Old,
nigga over there too. I mean, he over there too. You feel me? Like both his homies over there. That's like I'm telling you,
I need
both
a
his
boogie.
homies is over there.
I need a boogie.
Like let's keep it a
Also,
bean real quick. Let's keep it a stack real quick, dog. Come on, both his homies is over there, and he just got finished kicking it with Dorian Broggie and Saul Scopper too. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
okay.
Like, come on now.
I'm okay with it.
Like,
I'm
what we
okay with it.
doing? We're gonna go see the homies, man.
No,
We're gonna go
you
see the
move
homies.
on
We
from
all
Shanks.
listen.
I'm
We
okay.
all know he may not live to see the One Piece, so he gonna see all the
Good.
homies on his way to try to go see.
Good.
On his way there.
Good.
Look at this. Look at
Good.
his hate mess.
Good.
Hey,
Good.
bro.
Good.
this
We
dude, bro.
need to move on past the Shank love. We need
Oh,
to move
on the
past
Gunko
it.
point. On the Gunko point, I definitely still think Gunko. I think Gunko is like a great grandniece of Emu. She's like a member of the Nerona family. Like, if you look at
Nah.
that flashback, she's crying when she
Nah,
says
she's not
father.
the same.
I think like she
She's
has
not the
like
same.
bad
She's not the
memories of her
same.
father, and like she wanted to be a
She's
pirate.
not the
It
same.
looks like she
She's not a
embraced all
saint,
his fucking
dog.
sorrow.
She's not
I
even a
think
saint.
that's one
She
of
would be a saint if she was.
yeah, I'm not with
If
that
she
one.
was
Embrace what
I'm
Nerona,
not with
she'd
that
be a
one.
saint at the very
I'm
least.
not with that one.
brother.
Yeah, Trip.
Sorry.
Yeah, Trip
I'm
did
not
make
with
If
it.
she
that.
was
I'm not
Nerona,
with
she'd
that.
be a
I'm not
saint
with
at the
that.
very least.
I don't
thing
see
she
that. I
needs
don't
is
see
to
that
help out
connection,
with
bro.
Tim's
I'm
I
sorry,
don't see that
Chief. I'm
connection.
sorry, fam.
The
I'm not
only one
sorry. I
that's a
don't see
part
that
of the
connection.
Nerona family is Nami, and I stand on that. And
Oh,
we're gonna
And
find
Nami
that
might
out
be.
soon.
I feel like Nami's Big
good
Mom's
Lord.
kid, but if she's not Big
She's gonna
Mom's
be.
kid, I think she
Nami's
could
gonna
be
be
on the
Amazon
family too.
from the Amazon.
Nah, it's Nerona and Nami, and let's just
I
get it out the
mean,
way.
if y'all watch the last anime episode, Gloriosa look a lot like Gloriosa, kind of. You know that like that was. I was like, oh shit, hold on.
Right, Trip?
No, we watch it. 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 We watch
I'm
it.
like, I
I'm
ain't
not
never
giving
seen
that
another
any
bitch look like
credence
Nami so much. I ain't
because
never seen
Oda
it, and
draws every woman like
she looked like
fucking Nami.
she looked like a older Nami. That's the thing. I ain't never seen
Yeah,
another character look so much like her. That's all I'm saying.
Nami
Like,
could be
she's
relax.
King of Thrones.
she's
Yeah.
an older Nami with Boa's snake.
That's all I'm getting at.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you,
Well,
don't be surprised if because we just find out Lily was a D. And if Amazon Lily if she started Amazon Lily, I wouldn't be surprised if don't be surprised if like more D's start popping up that we've
Hey, yo,
we've
that's
known
crazy.
for a while, but then like you know
No,
what I'm saying,
That
like
is a
shit.
wild statement.
no,
That is a
Nom
wild
D.
statement.
I agree, Trip. I know what you're saying,
Sound
bro.
good, man.
I agree with you too. I love the sound that you're going here. I love that. I love
I
that.
agree.
Speak a lot to you.
Now listen. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say it straight like this. I'm gonna say it straight like this, right? They say the D's died with a smile. Odin died with a smile.
He
Odin
did die
died with a
with a
smile.
smile.
No.
When
Died with a smile.
When Vegapunk died, Sanji said, "What are you smiling about?"
Oh, fuck Vegapunk, bro. Kill that nigga.
Nah, Trip
Just saying.
spitting. No, he's
The
spitting.
D's
I
died with a smile,
agree,
man. That's all
but
I'm getting
I
at.
don't like the fact that Vegapunk is still in the story. You could have ended
Hey
his story
man.
right then and there.
Hey
I
man.
know how you feel.
Hey
You know how
man.
we in the same boat.
Hey man. Hero look died with a smile, man. Kaboom.
So did Kuma,
Hero
technically.
Look
Dead.
died. Hero Look died. We didn't have
With a
another
with a
body
with a
of
smile.
Vegapunk,
With a
bro.
smile, nigga.
God damn,
With a
man.
smile.
Kuma died with a smile.
Thank
Oh.
you.
No.
That's
You
all
stop
I'm
that.
getting
You stop that. You stop that. Kuma
He's
is not
still
dead.
alive.
He is not dead.
Kuma's alive. Kuma's
If
alive.
he was
Look,
dead,
He's
okay,
alive.
No,
I,
no, no,
I
no.
will go
His
back to
daughter.
this.
Fuck
I will
Vegapunk.
go back to this a million
Kuma.
times. His body is still alive.
Oh
Kuma
my God.
himself is
no,
dead.
he's not.
He's not
But he
dead.
is.
He's still
He is
there.
though. He is. No.
Yo.
Vegapunk
Kuma.
turned him into a
Fuck
whole
Kuma,
robot.
man.
I wanna.
God damn.
Okay, hold on. I'll indulge. I'll entertain this. I'll indulge. Can a body exude expression without life within it?
It can okay. This is a deep answer or question.
Kuma be smiling all the time. I don't think he can if he don't have a life in him.
Can it exude expression
He's
without life in it?
alive.
You don't. I'll say this:
Listen,
you don't need consciousness to exude
he
expression.
knelt down to hug Bonnie and pick her up in that manga scene. He dropped down to hug her and pick her up on some subconscious shit. That's all I'm getting at. Like he ain't as dead as niggas think he is. That's all I'm getting at. He ain't as dead as. And I'm not gonna lie. I'm really starting to pay attention to those little like random bubbles that pop up at the beginning of the chapter and the end of the chapter. The little shit they be saying. Like it's kind of be key because when I was just reading that chapter, the shit it said made perfect sense as to why this nigga who's supposed to be dead is able to do this. I think if you can pull it up, Reed. I don't know if you could.
Which chapter are you talking about?
After he punched Saturn and picked up Bonnie while she was crying.
I'll do this. I will try to look it up. I'm gonna have to find the chapter numbers.
It's after the flashback.
Okay. I will. I'm gonna look it up right now. I'll say this.
Mind you, it was a hockey fist, black fist hockey. That's Will. You know what I mean? Bro ain't just a corpse. That's all I'm getting at.
He's not. He's alive.
No,
And
I never
that's
said.
Oda
I never
hedging.
said he was a corpse. I never said he was a corpse. He was turned into something else, and the little bit of humanity that he had left, he used it to save his daughter. I would do the exact same thing. If I had just a little piece of me left, I would use the 1% that I have. I would use that 1% to save my child if I knew my child was in trouble.
Tangerine. That's not what we're saying. We're saying
I'm not being mean. Do you want me to be mean? I will raise my voice and be actually mean.
Fully go.
Strawberry, this is my one question. At what point do you think that he passed away? That's where I want to know, because you're like he was to do that punch. He still was there.
He's alive.
He's a little bit alive and whatnot.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Like, at what point do you think that he like lost that last little bit of oomph that was in him? I'm curious about that.
To me,
I can answer that.
me, I feel like once he was on the ship with Bonnie, he smiled a little bit. I feel like at that point, he was okay to just be like, okay, she's safe. Let that fully take over now. You know what I mean? That's the part that I'm getting. I'm not talking about he's gone while he's fighting everybody, because obviously he's not. He has a motive right now. That 1% that's still him is still there. But I'm talking about after the fighting is done, after they defeated, after they're on the ship, that little smile to me was the last piece of his consciousness.
I just think
If it's still there, it's still there. But for me, yeah, no, that little bit of consciousness is gone now.
I think his soul is just trapped inside of that body. Like, I do think he's dead though. I do think he's dead. I 100% think he's dead. I just think his soul is trapped. So like the things that he's doing, I think is just instinctual. I don't think this is like him consciously making these decisions. He's a robot. Like he's just making, his soul is trapped inside of a robot. So he's just making instinctual decisions. It's not a conscious
Let me
thing.
ask this. Let me. I'm gonna ask. This may be manga mumbo jumbo, right? This may be manga mumbo jumbo. So how the hell he direct himself to Egghead, dog?
Oh my god!
Like knowing Bonnie was there. Like knowing Bonnie was there. Like knowing Bonnie is there, bro. Like, what's going? Like I'm confused. I'm confused, Strawberry. I'm confused as fuck.
Going back to Vegapunk. I think he
stop. Don't do that.
I think he was going back to Vegapunk. No, I'm not bugging. He was at the end of his life. He was returning back to the last place he remembers.
Okay. And so his natural instinct is when he gets back is to swing on like a Gorosei?
The moment he sees
hold on, what do y'all think about like chapter 1134?
Yeah, it's instinctual. The last place he remembers. Why can't he go back to the last place he remembers?
But also,
like,
what do y'all
you
think
can't tell
about
me
like
that's not logical?
Like Elbath when we seen him smiling like as they like get to the library.
Thank you.
And like in 1134, like when Bonnie saw Vegapunk, Bonnie says they're gonna be able to fix him back to like before he was. They're gonna fix him.
That's the shit that pisses me off.
So like,
why is he still?
If Vegapunk's telling Bonnie he's gonna be fine and we're gonna fix him back to like his original state, then he should just be alive.
It honestly ruined a lot of.
I thought it was irreversible.
Kill that motherfucker, bro.
1134, chapter 1134, page 7. Vegapunk and Bonnie are straight up speaking to each other, and Vegapunk just tells Bonnie that Vegapunk is in Lilith. Just tells Bonnie, like, Bonnie asks Lilith, "Does that mean you'll be able to make my daddy all better?" And it goes, "Of course, Bonnie. Yay."
Trips, let me ask you a question.
But I thought in the flashback with Vegapunk, I thought Vegapunk told Kuma that this is irreversible.
When you saw that
bullshit, he thought it was because he thought Kuma was going to die.
Irreversible
but
bullshit.
It was irreversible because Kuma was supposed to die from it, but he didn't die. So
but he still didn't die for that shit. You see what I'm trying to say, Trent?
That's why Lilith is telling Bonnie that she can reverse
for
it.
Kuma, he still came back from that shit, bro. I never believe it. Honestly made me look down on Egghead because it was like, yo, Kuma's supposed to be dead. He doesn't die. He doesn't do anything, and he gets off a hit on the dude, and then he still gets away with that shit. And then now they're gonna fix him. What the fuck are we doing, Oda? I love Oda.
You just gotta stop being a hater and allow people to live. I ain't gonna lie to you. You just want everybody to die and be sad and miserable. You gotta get over that shit. I ain't gonna hold you.
Kill Kuma.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. You want to know why? And this is why. And this is why I'm gonna tell you that, because for all intent and purposes, that is not the father and daughter having that interaction. Bonnie knows he's gone. She's just glad his physical form is present. Kuma, actual Kuma, is not interacting with his daughter right now. That's like, we all know that. Right. So don't act like Kuma is getting a happy ending. Like, stop it.
Yeah,
Nah,
Don't
I'm
act
not
like
talking about
Bonnie's
Puma.
good in a happy.
Bonnie
Don't
getting
act
good
like
at
Bonnie's good at getting a happy ending, my nigga. Stop that shit.
Killer.
Yeah.
I will say this: the
He's
only way
dead
that you
already.
can, the
Vegapunk,
only way,
Vegapunk pulled that fucking switch. That was when he truly died. If you want to get technical,
that's what I was
when
saying.
Vegapunk
And
pulled that fucking switch.
the
Pull it
only
again.
way that you can revive someone is if their soul
Muted.
still exists.
Muted.
And you
Like
cannot
I'd
revive
ask you for that.
someone if their
Fucking
soul
crazy.
has left their body. That's just that's logical. They need their soul to exist for you to be able to
Mhm.
revive somebody. That's what I'm trying to say. His soul is trapped in his body, but he is dead. And the only way that you can revive him is if his soul is still there. When your soul is gone, there's no reviving you. Like
The way
this
I
is-
see it, his brain is dead, but his like
Kill
soul
him
and
again.
body are still there. Like Vegapunk turned off his brain, and Vegapunk's telling Lilith that she can like pretty much turn it back on, so he'll be okay.
okay, fine. That actually proves what I'm saying so well. If that's what you believe, then you'd have to agree with me.
Yeah, in some way, because I do think like obviously Vegapunk's fixing him back to where he was before, so he's not like fully alive currently. Because the fully alive state is what Vegapunk's gonna push him back to. Right?
Yeah.
So
like we would agree people that are brain dead are clinically dead. Like they're dead. Like you're brain dead. There's nothing more to you.
Yeah.
But like we can keep you alive. Your soul is still here. But like your brain
But you're
dead.
still, yeah.
We call you dead. You're dead.
And that's
I'm not gonna even lie to you, and this is the other. My fault, Foolie. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
It's just a quick statement. I personally think Kuma's more in a medical induced coma.
Interesting.
Yeah. I
Now,
think y'all
with that being said, with that being said, Ree, I don't know if you could do the honors while there's still a couple more minutes given on the stream.
Yes.
Chapter 1104.
I got it right. I had it. I just didn't get a chance to pull it up. I got it. Which part do you want me to show?
Just scroll past the punch. You know, we all know he decked the fuck out that nigga. When Vegapunk starts monologuing like to himself. So I don't know what page number that is.
I got
But,
you. Hold on. Let me find it real fast.
But it's the one with the panel where Kuma actually does drop down to pick her up. Like, just, you know, Vegapunk is he's about to drop something. So there's still something about this that is at play that we just don't know about yet. That is involved with him being a Buccaneer.
Yeah, you're right.
From the top, a little higher, a little higher.
Right here.
Yes.
Nah, Vegapunk starts talking at the top of that page
Yeah.
that you're showing. Yeah, right there.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
Oh shoot. Hold on. Freak. There we go. All right. So here, I'll just read it. Finally, I can move again. Bonnie, are you hurt? Now's our chance. Take Bonnie and let's move on up. Escape is our only goal. What happened? I did not attach any self-destruct switch. I knew that if I helped turn you into a bomb, they would inevitably use you as a suicide weapon. But I upheld their conditions in the end. I attached a total shutdown switch to you. And now that it's been thrown, you should be in a vegetative state without the ability to act of your own free will or even carry out orders. There's no reason he should have sprung into motion and no logical scientific basis for his arrival at this island where Bonnie is. So is it true then it is not the physical strength of the Buccaneers that makes them remarkable? For at one point in time, they what?
Exactly. That's where it ends. There's still something heavy at play here that we know nothing about, dog. So you gotta let it rock. I'm not gonna lie to you. You're gonna give yourself an aneurysm.
Oh, okay, I thought there was more.
Nah, that was where it is. Vegapunk was gonna add some more to it, but like Rayleigh said, you ruining the fun, man. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, Vegapunk saying
you gotta let some niggas get aneurysms, man.
That's actually an interesting panel. I guess I forgot that he actually said that. Still, he should have been in a vegetative state. So brain dead.
Buccaneers don't need a brain. I don't know what that
He's
means.
not. He's not. He's not brain dead though.
It's instinct. I'm not gonna hold you. His soul's there. He went back to the last place he remembers. He punched the guy that he should hate.
Call it.
The guy that he should hate. He punched him.
So all these instincts you call are not being brain dead. All these instincts you call are kind of related to being in a coma.
Not really, because in a coma you're. I mean, I can see
You
it both ways. I
there are
guess.
studies, there are studies that show that like in a coma, people remember like talks that I had with them. They can remember dreams that they had and whatnot, instincts and things that have happened around them and everything like that. It's the same thing. Like Kuma's aware of things that are going on and whatnot. That's what you're saying. But like he's not able to react the way that he really wants.
Nope.
So that's not. I don't actually disagree with what you're saying. I just disagree that that's not what I'm saying, because I'm not actually saying that.
I could actually rock with that, because you know how they tell you to like talk to those people and like keep holding their hand, and like whenever they start to slowly come to, like they'll be able to like, you know, grab your hand in response type shit, or you know, they'll go from a straight face to like crack it, like a smirk or a smile. You know what I'm saying? That sign that there's still something there type shit. It's trying to come back or whatever the fucking case is. You know what I'm saying? But that could be something that's happening here too.
Yeah, I think Kuma still has the interaction of someone in a coma-like state, but yeah, Kuma himself is brain dead. Vegapunk turned off his brain, but because of like maybe the Buccaneer or because of the like pacifist like engineering, he's just still able to like have that coma-like interaction where he can still feel and like take in his surroundings. But unlike those coma-like and brain dead like people, he's not in a vegetative state and can still like move around.
And it all comes down to what the fuck Vegapunk was about to say, but didn't end up saying it, man. He was literally about to drop the exact reason as to why this is happening, but Oda cut it short.
Of course,
he was giving the theory. I may have disagreed.
Oda closed the bag, nigga. You could just look at this nigga trying to disagree with the author. That's that nonsense.
It would be Vegapunk's theory.
That shit. That nonsense gets you moving.
It would have been Vegapunk's theory.
Drop the last comments. Read. Drop the last comments. You know, you gotta go.
What's y'all's final thoughts, man, on everything, bro? For we chop out here. I know really not 4 or 5, so we already got that taken care of. But you never do say if he's 1, 2, or 3. So can you just tell us where he is? He's just not 4 or 5. So like,
just not 4 or 5, gang.
So we just gotta guess what he is, 1, 2, or 3.
It depend on what day. It depend on what day of the week, how he's feeling. You know, sometimes I gotta remind niggas who taught the new Yonko how to do this thing he out here doing. Sometimes I gotta remind niggas that, you know, who taught Roger how to put that finesse on that thing to make it a divine departure. That thing was just departing. You know what I'm saying?
What here? God.
Let him go. Let him speak.
But you know, I don't gotta get into the details for real. He's just not 4 or 5. That's all, man. I ain't gotta get into that part. You know what I mean? All I'm saying is Roger had to get that man off that boat, man. Roger and then Ray was chilling. Roger trying to go get into some bullshit. And now here we are, Dark King and Pirate King. God damn it.
Okay. All right, man. Well, hey, good stream, man. Next week should be very eventful with this chapter. So prepare yourselves for this. Prepare yourselves, man.
I'll be here for it.
Yeah, for sure. All right, man. Appreciate y'all. I'll catch y'all next Monday for sure. Be out.
All right, bro.
Nico Robin, Demon Child, top 1.